All right, so we're talking about legitimizing NFTs, and will branding help us get there, perhaps? There are a lot of companies that are starting to jump onto it, and we're talking about branding and NFTs, how your brand should use NFTs. I think there's a lot of different ways it could be used, makes for some interesting topics of discussion. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. It really helps us out when you do it. It's free for you, and it really helps us. So really appreciate your likes and subscribes. Branding. There we go. Branding. Now we got to talk to the sound effects guy over here, because Ryan is...
I'm not the sound effects guy.
Ryan's a branding expert. Some might even call him a guru.
A guru.
A guru.
Get him on the guru cam.
What do you think? Would an NFT help Nike, Ryan?
Only.
Only. If only it would.
Well, I think on this topic with branding, it's branding exposure to a new market, right? So people that are in that community go, oh, Nike's got something, or LeBron James, or whatever.
When you have millions and millions to spend on marketing, why not? Why not jump into this? Reminds me of the early days of the internet, when you would go to these funky little websites, and there was no Coca-Cola.com or Dr. Pepper or Nike. It was this just brave new world. And then all of a sudden, the big corporations started going, oh, wait a minute, we have to be on the internet. And so all of a sudden, this kids that had bought Coca-Cola.com for $5 is now selling it to Coca-Cola for, $100,000 or something. And that it just reminds me of that space that the big brands are going to start going, wait a minute, this is an opportunity for us to sell a lot of T-shirts.
So the big brands that are doing it right are actually adding utility to it. So Adidas released their NFT, and whoever purchased their NFT this year in 2022 gets 2 articles of clothing, and those are special edition merch launches. Because you hold that NFT, you get that item. But also Adidas obviously profited pretty well off of their mint, because they costed X amount. I think they made $40 million off their mint or something like that.
Wow.
And now each one of those NFTs sells for double what you could have originally minted it for. And I was actually there trying to buy one, but the gas fees on Ethereum were crazy expensive, and so I didn't end up buying one. But the fees were so expensive because so many people wanted to buy one. They wanted that special Adidas merchandise that you could only get through having that NFT.
So. Yeah, see that we're going to see more of that.
I think
we're going to see more and more of that. It's going to be more legitimized.
When we take it back to this article here, by the way, is from Harvard Business Review.
Oh, is that legit? That I've heard of Harvard.
Maybe you've heard of it, perhaps. It says, but don't make the mistake of thinking that NFTs are a passing fad. While the current hype cycle might be fueled by crypto millions and Discord-obsessed Gen Z users, that sounds like an insult. NFTs could be the killer app of Web3, that's another video topic we could get into. It's a gateway into traditional commerce. So it is interesting, as I've seen Bitcoin. I was super skeptical when everyone was hyped about Bitcoin, but now you see advertisements for what's in your wallet, Bitcoin cards, and the financial institutions are supporting it. It has become, again, I think this is just the beginning of how brands are utilizing it. I've seen, DC Comics, for example, Marvel Comics, they are using NFTs, and it does legitimize it, or at least it added a wave of interest into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the future is there are going to be a lot of big brands and even small brands. I think this will be a new marketing tool. Mm-hmm. I know the hype, we talk about the hype of how to make an NFT worth something, and to make it worth something is to kind of hype it up.
Yeah.
But what if we use the NFT to hype up some actual product?
Right.
I think there's that isn't. We haven't even touched hardly on that yet. The world hasn't touched on it yet. No. It's gonna happen though.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Again, the article continues here. Early days from collectibles to digital product line extensions, and I think, we've obviously this is what, in layman's terms, you've heard of NFTs. You think they're collectible digitals that why are they worth anything? It becomes a joke, and maybe sometimes it is a joke, but as you're starting to get into those other assets, the other utility that
So is this
comes
Beanie
with it-
Babies? Are we talking
Is
Beanie
it-
Babies here, baby?
Maybe it started with Beanie Babies. Now it's, I don't know,
Cabbage Patch Kids.
could be anything. American Girl dolls.
Pokemon. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Well, it's beyond collectibles. There's so many things you
Yeah.
can do, and I talk about the utility is that every NFT has a code to it. So if a company wants to give every single one of their NFT holders something special, they could, because they were supporting their early NFT project. And so that utility behind the NFT that is being minted or built is very powerful for the future, because you also know who all owns that. If another company wants to come in and try to sell shoes to all of the people who purchased a Nike NFT, they could find all the addresses and actually send them a promo for their shoes. And so people that own these NFTs will actually get deals, kind of like an airdrop from a company or special offers from these companies.
So it's a
Pretty cool.
lot more than just a collectible.
Right. Well,
That's what everybody's talking about, and we're talking about the art. I think it's funny in an NFT world, we talk about the art, but does anybody actually care about the art?
20%. I'd say 20%.
20%. 20%.
When you
We're
initially
still
get in,
this-
that's what you look at. You're like, oh, this is good art. And then you got to dive deeper and find out, why are these bad ones selling
That
for
goes-
1.9 million?
That
You know,
goes
why is
with
this likely
brand,
art?
it goes with branding, awareness. Like, you want people to gravitate towards something, you got to grab their eye.
and being different. Right now in the space, the NFT space, there's so much, and
Yeah.
they flooded, but they're all flooding with the same concepts. I love it because they all say they're different, and they're not. You're like, this is why we're different. That's kind of what half the other people are doing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
900 projects
it's a-
came before you said the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah. Once there's some creativity put behind it, I think it'll be used in ways that are more valuable, like at face value, more valuable because of how it's used, other than just collectible. And I don't know, once companies realize this, I think many are beginning to. I think the collectible market is going to be like it is anywhere else. It's actually, I mean, it's a market, but it's only a subsection of the greater,
Commodities.
everything. Commodities,
Yeah.
yes, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. We're just at the tip of this thing, guys. We're not there yet. There is so much that NFT is going to be a part of and connected to.
Absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how brands start using this. Again, they already are, but as more come. But I would love to know, if you're watching this video now, we really appreciate you, and I'd love to know how you would use branding right now. Let's pretend that you owned Nike or whatever. Pick a company. How would you use NFTs to make the world a better place? Let us know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.